What is going on? Welcome back to the Sports Saloon where you can get your live play by plays, reactions, and hot takes like this. Now, at the NFL owners meeting, they're going to be discussing banning the tush push. This play was made famous by the Philadelphia Eagles, Jason Kelsey and Jalen Hurts. Um, Basically, it's a classic quarterback sneak, but on steroids. And the Eagles have the ability to get not just 1 yard, but 2 to 4 yards at times. And, um, it's really a play that is frustrating for the defense because the offense has the ability to start first and, get that momentum and the head start. It always felt like it was a play that, teams couldn't stop. A couple times last year, now teams are getting better at stopping it, I've noticed. But the Eagles are still dominant with it. And now, being that the NFL is a copycat league, more teams are starting to take on this tush push philosophy. Now, there's already a rule, I believe, where uh, you can't push somebody into the end zone um, as they're running into the. Don't quote me on that, but I believe there is a rule that you can't push somebody into the end zone. Um, but there's no rule that you can't push somebody onto the field to a first down or getting more yards. And um, you know, will this play get banned? I'm thinking it will because a lot of teams are look at the Philadelphia Eagles as a threat. Let's be honest with you. What they did in the Super Bowl was very impressive, and teams are going to need all the help that they can get. Teams like the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Bills, they want to make this more of a competitive game. And if the Eagles have an advantage like the tush push and short yardage situations are easier for them, um, then the league will look at it as a competitive advantage and possibly ban it so teams can be more at an even playing field when it comes to that. Now, the Chiefs do not quarterback sneak, and the reason for that is because Mahomes um, in Denver, tried to attempt a quarterback sneak and ended up, fracturing his kneecap. Was out for a couple weeks, and after that, the Chiefs never went to a quarterback sneak. I believe that they haven't went to one unless they've had Kelsey or Blake Bell take a direct snap, a tight end coming in motion, and going over center and taking the snap, and that's a way that they do it. Lately, they've just been handing it off to a big running back and hoping he gets there, but their short yardage isn't good. Um, and you look at a team like the Eagles that seems like a 4th and 3 or a 4th and 2. It's no big deal to them because they can use this tush push to their advantage. Jalen Hurts squats about 700, 800 pounds. I don't know, but seems like when he gets his feet going, he's tough to stop. So, would this rule be really not the tush push, but the Eagles push? Are they gonna ban? That's the name I really got for this. It sucks for Eagles fans because this play is kind of cemented in their legacy of championships, and they've had some success with it. They've also had a few coaches that have went on to uh, coach teams like Kellen Moore, Gannon, one other coach too as well. So you got to think that those coaches are going to be voting for it to be staying around because they got jobs off of that play. So um, I believe it will get banned because teams are consider the Eagles a threat, and if this play does get banned, um, if they, I don't. if they ban the quarterback sneak, then short yardage is going to be definitely tougher, and the defense is going to get an advantage here. So it's not very often the defense gets an advantage, but if they ban the tush push, your third and ones, your fourth and ones, your fourth and a half yards are going to get a lot harder and a lot difficult. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.